There's widespread damage across Cape Cod after a tornado touched down in a popular vacation area this afternoon.
Right now, we have no reports of any serious injuries. 22 News working for you with live team coverage. Taylor Knight is live in Yarmouth at the home of a Western Massachusetts family that's cleaning up damage at their vacation home.
Driving around Yarmouth today, there are lots of trees down, including this tree here behind me. This house is actually owned by the Crum-Lynch family from Feeding Hills. Becky here is joining me. What did you hear? What did you see when you were home today?
It was a lot, and it came quick. Wind gust, dark clouds, lots of rain. Almost sounded like hail. And we were watching the reports on the TV, alerting us to take shelter. We stood in the center of the home. We kept checking on it back and forth, and all of a sudden, one of the times we opened and the tree was down. We got nervous. It was on the home. Thankfully, there was no damage to the house. It missed the house and the cars. The kids were scared, but we got through it okay.
Yeah, the kids a little bit scared, I bet. I mean, but this is someone's second tornado.
It is, yes. Jack was 1 year old when a tornado went through West Springfield. He and I were upstairs cleaning his room, his nursery out, and it went through. I had no idea what was going on, but this one we definitely observed.
So tell me about the damage here a little bit more. What exactly happened?
We didn't hear anything. We just, like I said, we were trying to watch it a little bit for the excitement. We're not trying to keep the kids, trying to keep the kids calm. And we opened the front door, and the tree was just gone. It was down, split right in half, exactly the way a tornado would come through. And and it definitely hit down here in Yarmouth. And like I said, no damage to the home. About $1,400, give or take, to have it removed.
But everyone's okay.
Everyone's okay. Yes, everyone's here. We're ready to go to the ice cream store tonight.
And that's what matters. Thank you so much, Becky. We will have more information on this Cape Cod tornado on air, online at wwlp.com, and on our 22 News mobile app. That's the latest in Yarmouth. Taylor Knight, 22 News.
And our team coverage continues now with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Kelly Reardon.
Kelly is live in West Yarmouth tonight with a look at the destruction there.
Hey, Ciara and Barry, I am still here in West Yarmouth, Massachusetts on the Cape, where a tornado touched down earlier today just after noontime. Now, what you can see behind me is a tree that was torn down. Now, this storm came at the height of the tourism season here on Cape Cod. We actually have Chris Bays here with us, who is on vacation. Can you tell me where you were and what you experienced?
Yeah, we were actually on our way to go see the movies because it was a day that just ended up changing at the last minute. And as we were in the movie theater just down the road, everyone's phone just started going off with the emergency alerts warning us about tornadic activity. And we were hoping it wasn't going to affect us at all. And then we came out back to the hotel, which is just down the road here, and just saw all this. It was like, wow, it's amazing.
So we have this huge tree behind us down. Like, how does this make you feel? What do you think about all this damage?
Well, we've got 2 young kids with us too, so we're a little, feared for them. But it's amazing at the force of nature, what it can do.
Right, there's also a roof torn off the motel behind us.
I saw that video. It's scary. I wouldn't want to have been, thank God, well, hopefully everyone here is okay, but I'm just glad it wasn't our hotel down the road. It came pretty close.
Right. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. So I'm going to give you another look at the damage here behind me. This is what the damage is like all across the Yarmouth area. The strength of the tornado is yet to be determined, but what we do know is 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts hit some certain areas. Now, just imagine that speed for a second. Driving 90 miles an hour on the highway, you feel like you're moving extremely fast. These are serious winds that came down. Now, that was in areas near Calm, but we had numerous reports of 70-plus mile-per-hour winds elsewhere across the area. Just insane winds. Now, because of the strong winds, we have damage all over. Extensive damage was also reported in Dennis and Harwich. One confirmed location of a tornado touchdown was right on Route 28 in Dennis. The National Weather Service is still figuring out the exact path and where it first touched down. They surveyed the Yarmouth and South Yarmouth area earlier today, and we are still waiting on the results from that. Now, you can see this tree down here, but trees are downed all over. They're scattered all across roads, making roads nearly impossible. Some cleanup in areas have already started, but some areas have a long way to go. And at the Cape Sands Inn Motel right in West Yarmouth, the roof was ripped off, and this is not the only report of extensive roof damage we had either. So we saw numerous downed trees also falling onto power line, leaving tens of thousands of eastern Massachusetts residents without power. So locals are urging residents to stay in their homes due to the safety risk from the downed trees and power lines. Now, the last time Cape Cod saw a tornado was in October 2018 in Woods Hole, and that was an EF0, which is the weakest type. There have been 4 tornadoes since 1950. That is not a lot. This is not a regular occurrence we see here on Cape Cod. So here in western Massachusetts, or over there in western Massachusetts, I should say, we did see the same line of showers and storms earlier this morning, but they did not produce anything. It just goes to show how quickly a thunderstorm can strengthen as it tracks west to east. So that's an update on the conditions here in West Yarmouth. Brian, I'm going to throw it back to you with an update for the weather back in western Mass. Hey, Brian.
Okay, Kelly. Yes, quick look at the storm here from the Cape earlier this morning. Between 11:35 and 11:40 was about the time that the National Weather Service issued their first tornado warnings, and you can see this storm with the heavy rain, and this is the area where that tornado was likely to have first touched down. Going to go from 11:41 to 12:08, and this is a very densely populated area of the Cape, obviously mid-Cape here, and this is the storm moving east right across Route 6 and Route 28, or right down Route 6 and Route 28, and then eventually by 1:15 the storm was offshore, but plenty of damage done earlier this afternoon on Cape Cod. By the way, we just got an update from the National Weather Service. There are storm survey teams working hard in multiple towns on the Cape right now, and they will be working until sunset this evening, and then potentially they'll be writing up a report. We may get the report with the details on the path of the tornado and the intensity of the tornado from them, perhaps by 22 News at 10 on the CW Springfield and 22 News at 11.